What's up, guys? It is January 1st, 2013, the first day of 2013, which means that the world did not end as the minds supposedly said it would. So here we go. Today I will be talking to you guys about quite a few stuff. First off, I was going to do it with contacts. I just had my contacts in, but I took it off before I realized I wanted to do this video. And so, unfortunately, I can't put them back in because it takes forever for me to put them in. So today I just want to talk about how, guys technically have it easy sometimes. The stigma is, guys do the approaching, girls get approached. And so a lot of guys will complain that they have to approach, which is kind of bad, But if you look at all the other stuff girls have to do, like give birth, feel all the pain of doing that, walk around for a year with a huge stomach, those tampon things, which I don't even know exactly what they are exactly yet because I've tried not to, but I get the general idea behind them, and those just seem like a huge hassle. So I can go on and on about the list, but let's just stick to approaching in general. So, guys, most of the time, a lot of you guy viewers out there, I know there are girl viewers as well watching my videos, you guy viewers will probably complain that, approaching a girl is really tough, and how come girls don't have to do it themselves? Well, first off, there's a whole bunch of reasons why this is. Biological, evolutionary, it's just the way things are. If you don't do it, there's probably 10 other guys who are willing, so it's kind of like life, competition, survival. If you're not going to do it, someone else will. Nowadays, with modern society and technological advances, if you don't do it, it's not like you're going to be, killed off or, starved out of your tribe or whatever. But, it's still an advantage to do it. Now, this is why things aren't as it seems. It's not like it's that much of a hassle. When I really look at it, girls are technically at a disadvantage themselves. A lot of girls I know in real life, they just take what they get and then choose from that. What I'm saying is they'll only look at the guys that approach them, and then from there they'll choose the one that they like the most. The ones they don't like at all, they'll just, they won't talk to or reject or whatever. And then the one that they do like will most likely become their boyfriend or something like that. And there's nothing wrong with this. And I know there are there's some girl subscribers out there too, so feel free to give your input if you disagree or agree in the comments below if you want to. But anyhow, also, yeah, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, it helps. But anyhow, back on topic, girls, I feel a lot of time, they'll just take what is presented to them. So of the people that approach them, they'll choose the best one. And this doesn't always work out because what if only guys you don't really like approach you? You're forced to either one, settle for something that's below your standards if you truly really want like a boyfriend or something, or two, you have to pretty much just remain single forever and just be like extremely picky and rejecting everyone who approaches because they're not up to standards with you. And so a lot of girls, aren't always like this. I mean, there's so many different types of girls. A lot of girls, and I've met them in real life, I've interacted with them, so I know they are content with the amount that approach them, and it's much more than enough. There's enough guys, if not too many, that are up to standards with what she wants, and it's come to a point where she's getting flocked with so many guys because maybe she's so good looking or whatever that, it's not a problem for her. And because of that, she starts to develop, a kind of shield to, push off all the guys, because maybe some girls even wish to be single just because they're content with that, and right now they're not looking for like a boyfriend or anything like that. And so of course there are girls who, you know, get they're presented just by the fact of, you know, what they were born with what they want, and that's enough. But then there are those girls on the other hand, and I've seen them too, where either they're presented with a bunch of guys that approach them, and you know, they're mediocre, they're okay, and whatever. Maybe they're like decent, but they end up, you know, just settling with one that they're not entirely happy with. Or maybe you get the girl who doesn't get approached at all, either because she's too intimidating because she's so good looking, or because of other reasons, like maybe guys just don't find her as attractive. So what do you do there? What exactly do you do? And I do know, in fact, I'm thinking of a couple in particular. Some girls who, you know, they just settled with guys that obviously approached them, most likely indirectly by becoming friends with them first, and then, you know, sliding their way in there. And you can tell that they're not like extremely happy all the time, but they're not like unhappy. They're just like decently satisfied with the guy, and it's because, you know, they just take the guys that approach them, and that's about it. So as the guy, you get the advantage that you can choose, you know, if you're you know, courageous enough to approach, then you don't have to be limited by that fact. You're not like girls where you can only choose, you know, the ones that approach. You can choose who to approach, which means you have no boundaries. The sky's the limit. Anyone you want to approach, you can. And of course, there's that fact that you have to work through you have to be courageous enough to approach, and that can be done. And also, I'm going to explain that, you know, the girls watching, it's not the end of the world for you guys either. You don't have to just accept the guys that approach. You don't have to do that. And for the guys watching, you can't. I know it's really hard to get up the courage to approach. Me myself, I'm definitely not up there myself. So maybe we can work on this together. But theory-wise, I know what to do. It's like you have to work on your lifestyle. You have to be competent. The reason most people aren't confident is because you have nothing to be confident about. And it logically makes sense. Like, if you're a bum who has no life, you just pretty much sit at home and do nothing all day, maybe play video games, and you're not physically fit or anything, etc., etc., obviously you're not going to have the confidence to do anything. So to get that in order, you have to pretty much work on your lifestyle and fix out all those stuff. And it's not that hard, you know. Push-ups, those cost $0. You could do them anywhere almost. And then even if it's dirty, even if the floor is dirty, you could wash your hands afterwards. And that will help you work out and get you stronger. So there's a lot of details to this. If you guys want me to do a video, I can. I just can't talk about all of that right now because it'd probably take like an hour or so. So I'm just going to get to these final 2 points about the girl and the guy. So let's start with the girls. Most girls, and this is for the girl subscribers watching, most girls, as I said, they will just take whatever approaches them, and then the ones they don't like, they'll reject. The ones they do like, they'll accept, which are probably very few. And the problem with this is what happens if you don't find that many guys that approach you or, you know, interact with you that you find attractive. A lot of girls will just settle, or maybe they'll just like remain single. And I've seen it for a majority of girls. And then, of course, there are those hot girls who get billions of guys hitting on them, and they have no problems. So what about the ones that aren't, you know, hit on a lot for a multitude of reasons? And the most funniest one, I think, most interesting is the one where, you know, like I said before, you're so intimidatingly good looking that no one even bothers to approach you, or maybe something like that. But even those, you know, I mean, you have a huge friend circle, and most of the guys will, you know, weasel their way into being your friend. So, putting that aside, what do you do? Well, you don't have to settle for the guys that only approach you. You can do some work yourself. Obviously, you've probably seen girls out there who have done this, girls who have worked for it. Obviously, you've probably heard of or seen or something of a girl who's approached a guy. If you go on the internet, I used to Yahoo Answers search random stuff, and one of the things was, can a girl approach a guy? And I actually got a bunch of results on Yahoo Answers of girls admitting to approaching guys in a multitude of locations, and some of them even ended up marrying the guy. And so you don't have to, you know, directly approach them and like ask them out. If you want to do that, that's fine. It's going to take a whole lot of courage. If you have that, that's great. More power to you. For me personally, that'd be great if the girl would do it, but for self-improvement, I want to put that on myself so I don't feel like, you know, the coward. But for most guys, you know, they will probably like it a lot when the girl approaches. So you can do that, and you can come in indirectly. You could try and be their friend first. You can just, you know, remark on something like, hey, I like that watch, where'd you get it? And then strike up a conversation. And so, you know, you don't have to limit yourself to just what's been presented to you on a plate. So that's it for the girls. This video is getting pretty long, so I'm going to cut the details short. If you want other videos done, again, just send me a message. Now for the guys subscribers watching this, there's probably a lot of you. I know there's this one Indian dude which I have responded to directly, and whose video responds to me, and he needs some help too. But again, I'm not a guru, so I just know the theory behind it, but I'm still working through it in real life, so let's work through it together. I'm pretty much at the same point as you guys, maybe a little better on the theory scale by quite a lot. But anyhow, for the guys, how do you work through the courage to approach a girl? I've kind of already answered that question, but other than that, it's kind of like you just have to do it. Like, there'll never be a point where it's going to be like zero nervousness. If it is, then you're probably like not that attracted to the girl. So there's always going to be a point, even if you're like, say, Bill Gates with all this money, or, you know, some famous athlete like Roger Federer, or, you know, someone like that with money and looks, or Brad Pitt. There's always going to be some level of nervousness, and you just have to, you know, take that nervousness and then plow through it and then go and approach anyways. Now, again, like I said with the girls, you don't have to be so direct. You don't have to straight up go up to them and ask them out. If you can, go ahead, and if you want to, go ahead. But if you want to do something more indirectly, like as I've said with the girls, strike up a conversation, maybe become their friends first, that's always a good way to go. As far as, you know, which way is best, I'll leave the details for another video, but to sum it up briefly, it depends on the situation, and it's very logical. You can probably figure it out yourself, but, you know, most of the time, if you're seeing the girl around in school a lot, you don't want to straight up ask her out one day without, you know, even knowing her or talking to her before, because that by itself shows that you are, you know, pretty much not really confident. And so it's most of the time better to go and become their friend first, maybe strike up a conversation with them, and then slowly introduce yourself, and then at least get her at first to be familiar with your face so she knows who you are. And yeah, it's always good to expand your social circle, know more people, and that's going to help you a lot. So that's about it. And I don't just do these like random dating videos. I talk about a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube. Other than that, I am going back to college soon, and I am 20 already. So if anything, I do feel like 2013, my goals, my New Year's resolutions, I don't really do that. I feel like throughout your whole life, every time of the year, you should always have some sort of goals. But my goals starting in college would be do exceptionally well in classes, go to the gym, have a healthy lifestyle, expand my social circle, maybe go to more clubs, and then meet a lot more people and become a better person myself. And most definitely try and become successful in one way or another to provide a very good, what's the word I'm looking for, working budget. I don't know. It'd be great to make, a decent amount of cash on YouTube. But I'll see you guys later. Peace out, and if you're not a subscriber already, subscribe. It'd be great, and I'll see you guys later. If you guys actually watched this whole thing and listen, thank you very much. I'll see you guys later.